2, 1.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's edition of the afternoon edition. My name is ISAH NUHU. As you all know, a program that always fills the table with so many conversations surrounding different aspects of lives. But then, as we all understand the situation of things in the country, the issue of insecurity, to some persons, they will say, let us not use insecurity. Some will say, let us use security. But then still, it's all based on the context in which we all understand the situation. But then, the boiling situation of insecurity has become a necessary point of conversation, and that has actually raised up so many issues of dispute, even at the national level. For many who have actually pressed on the president to address the issue of insecurity squarely, they've always agitated that despite all the president seems to have been doing, they've not gotten the needed expectations or result from it. Is it from Taraba or from Bokos in Jos or from Maiduguri Axis? So where is actually free? Just some days back, a popular businessman in Anambra State was killed. And that, for many, they attached that to probably either kidnappers or the independent people of Biafra, or the IPOB, or whatsoever name they tag themselves. So the issue of insecurity is a burning issue. Every day we wake up to news of persons missing, or village being attacked, or a community being cleansed. So for all these allegations, or for all these things that happen in the society, the question still remains: when will the president address the issue of ensuring that, yes, the ungoverned or the gray areas in our country is properly governed? Most especially putting up structure that can actually address the issue at the local level. For some part of Niger State, they've raised so many questions. The attacks are still trickling in. For those in Katsina State, till this moment as we speak, many have argued that the women who were actually kidnapped recently are still in the hands of bandits. And still, just in the last 2 weeks, we've had one of the most notorious bandits in person of Turji coming out to say that he is ready to negotiate with the government. But for how long will the Nigerian government continue to negotiate? And that is the more reason why the National Security Advisor has stated it clearly that they will go all out to address the issue of insecurity. But then, the issue of the forest not still being having a well-noted structure for Nigeria to understand the security situation in our forested area is one of the most critical questions that we still raise eyebrow on. And for that reason, we are having the Commandant General of Nigerian Forest Security Service in person of Dr. Joshua Wole Oshetimei, who is here in the studios this afternoon to tell us about the progress made so far and how we can resolve this issue of insecurity, nip it in the bud, to see that, yes, once again, our farmers can go back to the farm and our villagers can have time to actually rest. My name is ISAH NUHU. We'll go on this short break. Stay tuned. And then when we return, we start up with the conversation.
We were warned about this marriage. Because we did not listen, a young maiden is dead.
Nana, come here. Hi. Why do you speak so freely with a stranger from Ajani?
We were just talking about offering Ojigijage a seat on the council.
May God be praised. Negodo Nselko Sisi, he has 2 wives. So why are you making it look like it is a big deal?
Welcome back from that mouth break, and joining us now is Dr. Wale, Dr. Joshua Wale Oshetime. Good afternoon and welcome to the afternoon edition.
Good afternoon, Nuru. Let me say, can I say longest time?
Indeed, it's a very long time, but there's still...
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much, sir. And we are always happy to have you here to tell us and then give us briefings about happenings in the country, most especially when it comes to the issue of security. And just like I stated in my introduction, I always managed the way I made use of these 2 words, insecurity and security. For some, they will say if you are dealing with government, you say security. If you are dealing with maybe civil society, can say insecurity, they can use whatsoever term. But then as much as we want to paint the picture clean, still on social media pages, reports from the field still paint a different story. What is really happening in our forested area?
Yeah, thank you once again, and let me say good afternoon to all our viewers and our listeners. Yeah, the issue of forest security and the security as a whole in the country. I think Mr. President, is doing all he could with his team, especially the National Security Advisor, the Chief of Army Staff, the Chief of Defense Staff, the IGP of Police, the Civil Defense. I mean, all the security chiefs, they are on top of the game. You know, what Nigeria failed to realize is that this problem did not start today. It's an inherited issues. And the way Mr. President is addressing it, I think that is the only way. A couple of some months ago, Mr. President declared that there should be approval for forest guard. And a day after it, the Senate, Deputy Senate President, who stood in for the Senate President, said that a bill had been passed into law that can accommodate Mr. President's line of thought, which is Nigeria Forest Security Service. This bill can be incorporated into this proposed National Forest Guard. And I think that is the only thing that I'm appealing for Mr. President to expedite action on, for the actualization of this bill to come into fruition. Because the bill serves the same purpose of the Forest Guard. And as a Commander General, I can give you the details of it.
Okay.
The Nigeria Forest Security Service have been in existence for over 9 years, since 2016. Even when there was nothing at stake that the nearest future, the government might propose a forested security that should be in Nigeria. So I believe for an organization to have worked for 9 years, have their command structures in all the 774 local government, and we have been working with the constituted authority. I believe this is the perfect replacement for the proposed National Guard. And I want to appeal once again for Mr. President to have done all he could to make sure that he fights insecurity to the barest minimum across geopolitical zone, across the 774 local government. But there is a lacuna, there is a missing link in the national security architecture of our country, which is the forested security. You all agree with me that out of 11 or 12 security agencies and the military. Apart from the military, we have about 11 paramilitary in Nigeria combined together. None of them is saddled with the responsibility of the forest crime management. We have the police, we have the DSS, we have the DIA, the NIA, we have the custom, NDLA, civil defense, immigrations, and ICPC, FCC, all combined together. No one have the mandate of securing our vast forests. And you will know that Nigeria has over 10 million hectares of land, unprotected, ungoverned. So my men are all over all this area because we have been drawn from the local communities and well trained. So we know the interconnectivity of all these forest linkages. We know the nautical poles of all the forests in each state, in each local government. So that is why I always tell the government or media organization like this that this is the perfect replacement for this proposed National Guard. And I was on a rise 3 weeks ago. I said I'm on behalf of 48,000 members and officers of this organization. I can vow to the government that they should give us 6 months. We are going to liquidate all the criminals within the forest. If we cannot do it, let Mr. President proscribe the organization. I'm telling you, I'm beating my chest because I know what it takes. I know the caliber of men that we have all over the country.
Well, that's a tall order.
Yes.
If at the end of the day the president gives you this power and probably what you set out to achieve is not achieved, and the president prescribed that particular...
That is to tell you that we have the men that will achieve the result. We have the men that can do it. 3 weeks ago, a lady in Kwara State, 3 ladies, they are part of Fronta. They were able to overpower 202 bandits. Just 3 ladies, they are not yet married. Let me tell you, we have experience of local science and the natural efficacy combined with natural understanding of the terrain. So we know what we are saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? We have some men in our organization that before they enter forest, they will first speak to the forest and it will obey them. We can't just have miscreants across our border from the neighboring country that will come and be unleashing terror to our farmers, to the innocent citizens. We too have to rise to the occasion. We have the men and the women that can do this job. It's just for us to be officially approved. This will give us embodiment. It will embolden our spirit, give us confidence that whatever we are doing is already known to the authority. So we are ready to do that.
I've seen recently that you've gained so much popularity, most especially amongst Nigerian youth, because across some states recently I noticed that so many of them want to join the Nigerian Forest Security Services. What are you giving them? What are you giving the organization that makes many Nigerian youth now want to partake in this particular organization?
Is the future they have seen. They've seen it as the last hope for to address domestic and forest security in Nigeria. I have told you, the military, they are on top of this project. There you give it to them. Even when our military go outside the country, they win the best award. The police, they win award. That means they are doing well. But some people must be within the forest. Now, 2 weeks ago, some women were kidnapped in Safara. You are aware?
Yeah.
They are seen in captivity now. If you now see people volunteering themselves that they want to join, you should know that this cause is not only the cause of federal government. It's not the duty of federal government alone, or the police, or the military. It's a collective rescue mission that everybody must come together. We need to coagulate our effort together and channel it to one particular goal, that our forests must be free from crimes and criminality. That we are not giving anything to anybody. It's just a lot. They are being patriotic because you can't just see fraction of the population giving a headache to majority of the country. The people that are kidnapping us, giving us all this headache, they are now up to 10,000 across our forested area. But Nigeria has over 222 million. So you can't allow miscreants from the neighboring country to come and cause all this unnecessary headache to the country. I said it last time I visited there, that what Nigeria is solving today is post-Gaddafi death. When the Gaddafi was in power, he ruled for 42 years. And during his reign, he hired some mercenaries from 5 different countries. He hired from Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, Sudan, and Egypt. When the Gaddafi died, what became their fate? And the armory of Gaddafi is regarded as the biggest in modern day Israel. All protected. These people now, we have over 5 million small and light weapons in Africa. 4 million in Nigeria alone. It's because of the border porosity. We have to rise to the occasion. This is not about me now, ethnicity or religious sentiment, or because you are PDP or APC or ADP. All of us have to coagulate our efforts together to support Mr. President. He must succeed. Because if he failed, the whole Nigeria has failed. And if Nigeria failed, the entire Africa has failed.
But then if the president is to succeed, you play a critical role in this particular aspect. But then, we've seen that just recently, one of the major kingpin in terms of banditry in Nigeria, Truji as is popularly called, said that he's ready to have peace agreement with the government. Would you advise the president to go into peace treaty with this bandit?
We have been hearing that news over the year. Even some Boko Haram said they are ready to submit to the government. At the end of the day, what become of those people that submitted their weapon? They end up working as a mole within the military and the police. If they want to surrender, let there be a proper documentation of those surrendering their arms and ammunition or themselves. And let there be reintegration before they can be co-opted into the system. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
We have listened to a lot of stories like that. But after the Boko Haram surrender, bandits erupted. So it's all about we as a country, the country as a whole, the government, if they know there is a political way to fight them, naturally there will be genuinity in their submission. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I can say because I want to surrender when I know the government policy does not favor what I'm doing. But if I know government allow me, the body language allow me to continue, they will continue to. If Tuji surrender today, what of the deputy? What about the other people that did not align with him? But it's all about government having a formidable security structure within all this forested zone. Now, by the time you know that this is a no-going area, these people immediately, Gaddafi died, they went to Ghana, but they did not succeed. They went to Egypt, they did not succeed. It's all about government policy.
So in that particular case now,
I'm not in support.
Okay.
It's all about what we want is for government to put the natural mechanism in place.
But even the former president, who was a general president, Olusegun Obasanjo, do also adopt, he adopted the approach of a stick and carrot approach, trying as much as possible to ensure that, yes, irrespective, you can use the armor when it is necessary, but then you can also give them carrot to actually shoot.
Yeah, that is where I understand what you are saying. You are talking about kinetic or not
kinetic method, yeah.
Sometimes it work, and when Obasanjo adopted it, look at what happened in Udi. Udi will have been the first place where the militant will have started. But he gave them show of force. About thousands of people were liquidated within 2-3 days. He sends signals. Sometimes you approach, you use kinetic approach. And sometimes they assume that you're not kinetic. And part of not kinetic go beyond your integration. It also calls for good governance. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So that is the only way, because 20% is for militarization. The remaining 80% is for the non-kinetic approach. But in this matter to address forested security, you have to be the other way around. You have to be 80% kinetic approach.
And that's the more reason why you feel the government should formalize your process
and
give you all the technology you need to.
Needed, because our forests that occupy 10 million hectares of land, that means 1/10 of Nigerian land mass, unprotected, ungoverned. If this group surrender, what become of the other group? There's a group called ISAH. They are now in Nigeria. There's Boko Haram, there's bandit. So it's just a fraction that spoke. If other group does not align with what the other group say, what become of the local villagers? We are talking about government body language, the policy. By the time they know, the mechanism naturally will not allow you to steal. Do you understand? There is a law called broken law theory. When you know that when you steal, you will be arrested. Other people will keep. But at the end of the day, you know that you do this one, you escape through, I will emulate. Because you have done it, nothing happened to you. If they are a formidable group like this, in all the 36 states of the country, including the FCT, in all the 774 local government, I believe the body language alone is a signal to the criminals.
Okay, earlier on, I know most Nigerians, I understand what you're saying. Most Nigerians actually always believe that the pressure should always go to the president. And for many who have actually taken a reverse to that particular ideology is that even the governors actually have security votes. And as a result of that, there's need for the governor to actually mount pressure on the president to do the needful for your organization. Do you still have that beautiful connection with your governors? Because I've seen you on several accounts with some of these governors. Do you still have that beautiful relationship for them to actually mount the pressure on the federal government to see that this process of transformation is quickened? Yeah,
where we are today, all glory belongs to God, and kudos to all the virtually some governors in Nigeria, especially let me start from the Northwest. Kogi State Governor has been one of our ardent supporters. For the past 2 years of his assumption to the office, he has been partner in progress. He adopted 1,000 of our members and 50. That's 50 per local government. And Kogi has 21 local government. He's paying us 40,000 naira every month for the past 2 years. And that's the Kogi State government. That's Kogi State government. He gave us about 7 Sienna buses. So, and he's the one paying for our office in Kogi State. So I have done well. And when you go to Northeast, Bala Mohammed, just 2 weeks ago, he gave us 8 losses, adding to 11 healers that we had before. And every month he's paying about 600 of members of our officers. It shows the governors are beginning to see the reason why we should be incorporated and commissioned as part of the internal security system of every state. And when you go to Northeast, that part of Northeast in Borno, 1,000 of our members have been commissioned since 2020, working with Agro-Regional Department of Civil Defense to protect farmers in their bushes, in the bushes and in the forested area. When you go to Northwest, we are also doing well. I met with the Deputy Governor of Sokoto State that all the Sokoto East, that is comprises of 9 local government, are being overtaken by bandits. We are the one that overpower them, and the farmer now can now access their farmland. And all these people, you know, they live through peasant farming. And if they are being chased out of the farm, that means you have subjected them to poverty. They are doing well too. And Kebbi too, they are partnering with us. That's the governor of Kebbi. He gave us money to train 450 of our members across the 21 local governments. He bought uniform, he bought boot, He bought, he paid for offices in all the 21 local government. So doing this, you should know that the governors, they are already supportive. When you go to the Southwest, the governor of Oyo State is paying about 50 per local government. And Lagos have 59 local government. And you multiply the number every month. Oyo too has 33 local government. The governor is paying 20 per local government every month. That is Southwest. While Osun State is also paying. He even gave us 3 Sienna buses and 62 motorcycles to navigate the forest. And when you go to Southeast, the governor of Ebonyi recruited 2,600 youth into the organization about 3 years ago. He trained them, he recruited, he paid for their force because all of them are seeing that this is the only lasting solution for the forested insecurity.
In crystallizing this conversation, and I would like to get a very good detail about this, but because from all angles, even within the second tier of governance, and I mean the governors now, you seem to have very good support. And probably in the future we'll discuss more about the local government, and of which we've actually discussed about the traditional system in the past.
Have partnership with the AGO body. That is Association of all the chairmen in Nigeria. They call them AGO. We have formalized our MOU with them. They are also waiting for official approval from Mr. President.
So in this particular case, where do you think the challenges is coming from? Because the president has actually done his own path. I think the only thing that is left is the issue of appointment. But do you see a major politics being played, probably within the security sector?
To me, I don't really believe in being involved in politics because security issue cannot be treated with politics, except we don't want to get result. This is an organization that has its root in all the 774 local government. And for the past 9 years, they have been working rendering series of auxiliary services to the constituted authority, even when there was nothing at stake at all. And at this critical period, I don't believe it should be politicized. Yeah, I know that Mr. President gave a marching order for the establishment of forest guard. But now, how do they do the recruitment? Because, like what I've said earlier, if you say because you are a politician, you recruit people that voted for you, you will not get result because these people will be working in the forest. But we are drawn from the local hunters. We know the villages. And before you be enlisted, the traditional institution in your village must endorse your form. The DPO must endorse. And the head of security, DSS, will also endorse it. So there's no way you can circumvent your way through all these 3 people. So we make sure that before you are being enlisted, you have undergone series of scrutiny. So we have our structures, our route is already on ground. So politicizing it, that means they are trying to resort the program of Mr. President for the country. I don't believe it can be political.
And that's where I'm going to. But then I'll need to get more details of this particular conversation just after the break. So we'll go on a very short break, and we'll stay with Dr. Joshua Wole Oshetime, the Commandant General of Nigerian Forest Security Services, discussing issues that pertain to the organization and how they can help in restoring security across Nigeria.
We were warned about this marriage. Because we did not listen, the young maiden is dead.
Nana, come here. Hi. Why do you speak so freely with a stranger from Ajan?
We were just talking about offering Ojigijag a seat on the council.
The gods be praised. Nego don't sell Kosisi. He has 2 wives. So why are you making it look like it is a big deal?
Welcome back from that break. And just before the break, I did inform you that we are still having Dr. Joshua Ole-Oshetime, the Commandant General of Nigerian Forest Security Services, here in the studio discussing issues that pertains to security in the country. And just before the break, I did ask you, but I just wanted to climax on that particular point because this is very, very important. 2027 is close by. You don't want to be, you don't partake in any politics, but this is part of the indices that will be used for the president. So what would be your last advice to the president before I go into other details?
Yeah, I know I have said it earlier that Mr. President have really done his best. And I think just my advice is for Mr. President to sign the bill already on the table into law. This will give us official recognition. And whatever we are doing, it will be known to the government. And in return, it will also give us some boost to take our fight to the forest and dislodge all this criminal element. Okay,
earlier on I asked you regarding the issue of young Nigerians actually trying to join your organization, but let me still also stick to one aspect of it. For some time now, there have been a nationwide training for your staffs, and what actually prompted that? Yeah,
it's part of our preparation, because our bill has been endorsed by the two houses of National Assembly and transmitted to Mr. President. I told you now that even when Mr. President gave approval for the National Guard, the Senator called Mr. President's attention that a bill of similar functions has just been endorsed. It can be brought back to accommodate his line of thought for the Forest Guard. And we cannot fold our hands. We have to prepare. We have been doing it every year since 2016. We normally have our first training, first quarter, second quarter, and the last quarter. The one we just ended about a week ago is the second quarter for 2025 zonal training, where we invite all the security agency, like the police. It's a 5 days basic refresher training. After your form will have been vetted by the police, by DSS, and all the security, the traditional institution in your locality, you will now be subjected. You go for a refresher course. So police will come to train you on how to manage security and security challenges in the forested region and interagency collaboration. And also DSS will come on how to get actionable intelligence and actionable reporting. Are you getting the point now? And civil defense too will also give us lecture on how to prevent critical infrastructure in collaboration with their agency that lie within the forested region. Because we are the one that will be representing their interests within the forested area. We are the one that will be representing the interests of the police. Anybody we see that carry illegal firearms will report to the police. Anybody that we see vandalizing critical infrastructure will arrest and take to the civil defense. Anybody planting EDIM or carrying any drugs that can cause a threat to national security will be reported to NDLA. Anybody with fake documents will be reported to immigration. Anybody with contraband goods will be reported to customs. You know that we have a lot of taxi job within the forested area. So that we invited all those people. They come during this 5 basic course training. At least each of the agency will come 3 times. Some could come Monday, another one will come Tuesday. So when you come Monday, you come Wednesday. That's how we interchange it. And I want to tell you, it has yielded a lot of results. Because when you are being recruited, you see you as a civilian, a raw forester. But by the time you will be graduating, you will be refined. And from there, you are able to learn 1 or 2 things. That if you are from Nasarawa, your allegiance is not for Nasarawa now, it's now for the country. Because the uniform on you represents the symbolized Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's no more in Nasarawa, If you are from Kogi, you are no more representing Kogi interests. Through this training, we learned a lot that it is good to learn from the parenting body, and it has yielded a lot of results.
We've seen that across the country now. We've noticed that on several accounts, I've actually counted so much, unlike in the past. Now we see your men always donning their uniform wherever they go to. How has that actually affected you as the leader? How do you feel, seeing that your men can now actually go out boasting with their uniform?
Yes, it's still part of the importance of the training, because before you can serve your country with courage and honor, you wear your uniform with honor, you must attend training. And today, when you see my men all over the country, I used to be happy, because it is training that will bring expertise from you. And like I said, it has yielded a lot of results. Apart from that, we are working with some state governors. In Nigeria today, we are working with about 6 federal agencies: Federal Ministry of Transportation, Federal Ministry of Power, Federal Ministry of Sport, and so others. We are working with them. It's because they have seen some level of discipline in us. You know, in uniform work, it is only uniform, it is only discipline that can make you to reach your climax. It's not about the year you spend. And how can you actualize or achieve discipline? It's through training and retraining. And it has yielded the result. By November again, we are going for another national training. That one will do it with the military. They will teach us how we can detect or handle some dangerous animals within the forested area. And if we can coordinate or manage dangerous animal within the forested area, we can manage the giant animal, which are the criminals.
That's a very good one. And then lastly, before we go, let me take you from this particular queue now. You've trained so many of your officers, and many of them have actually returned to their bases. What's your last advice to them, seeing that they've received professional training and they are back to base?
Yeah, it's part of what I gave them during my closing speech, that they must continue to work with the constituted authority. They must synergize with the police, collaborate with all the constituted authority to make sure that our effect is felt among the local communities, because we are the last cadres, we are the first responder, we are the last hope of the masses within the forested. They should wear the uniform with honor and serve Nigeria with courage. They are the hero that Nigeria is looking for, and I told them they should be one of them.
Thank you so much, Dr. Joshua Wole Osheteme. It's nice always having you to discuss national issues.
You are always welcome.
I'm
glad to be here always.
Thank you so much. This is how far we can go today, discussing with the Commandant General of Nigerian Forest Security Services, Dr. Joshua Wole Osheteme. For some time, we've been having so many conversations regarding this issue of insecurity in the country, and he has been able to give answers or responded to most of the questions that are raised, and how Nigeria and the government can actually play a critical role to put this to an end. My name is ISAH NUHU. Have a wonderful day and stay blessed.